1.6 Activity 1. In number 1, the line is slanted positive, and it goes through the points -4, 0 and 0, 2. You can walk the slope from -4, 0 to 0, 2. So that's up 2, right 4. So a rise of 2, a run of 4, and that simplifies to 1/2. In number 2, a horizontal line has a slope of 0. In number 3, the line is slanted to the left, so this will be a negative slope. Goes through the origin, and it goes through the point -1, 4. So that's a rise of 4, but a run of -1. So the slope is -4. In the table, I can choose two ordered pairs, any two ordered pairs, and I can find the change in y over the change in x. The change in y, 4 minus 1, the change in x, 11 minus 2. I end up with 3/9, which reduces to 1/3. In the next table, I'll choose two ordered pairs. The change in y, 26 minus 32, over the change in x, 2 minus -2, so that's -6 over 4, which reduces to -3/2. Number 6, I'm going to do 12 minus 11 over 8 minus 9. I get a change in y of 1, a change in x of -1, so the slope is -1. For number 7, this is of the form y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. That's point slope form. So the number in front of the parentheses is slope, which is 1/2. Number 8, this is in the form y equals mx plus b. So the slope is in front of x. The slope is -19. A line, number 9, a line with just y in it is a horizontal line. Or you can think of it as y equals 0x minus 7. So you can see the slope in front of x is 0. Number 10, a line has a slope of 4/3. Through which points could this pass? Select all that apply. You can find the change in y, and I'll just do 19 minus 10 is 9, over the change in x, 24 minus 8 is 16. That's not the same as 4/3. Letter B, 10 minus 2 is 8, and 28 minus 22 is 6, which actually reduces to 4/3. So choice B is an option. Letter C, the change in y is 3. 10 minus 6 is 4. 3/4 is not the same as 4/3, so that is not an option. Letter D, the change in y, 8 minus 0 is 8. The change in x, 10 minus 16 is -6. That reduces to -4/3. So that is not the same as 4/3. Letter E, the change in y is 3. The change in x is 4. That is not the same. Letter F, the change in y is 4. The change in x is 3. That's the same as 4/3. So the two answer choices for number 10 are B and F. We are given, in number 11, we are given two ordered pairs, and when you calculate slope, you should get 1. So I'm going to do the change in y. -3 minus 5 is -8. The change in x is a minus 6. Set that equal to 1. 1 is the same as 1 over 1, so I can cross multiply here. A minus 6 times 1 is a minus 6. -8 times 1 is -8. Add 6 to both sides, and we get A is -2. Number 12, I have to find A and B this time, so it's just like number 11. So I'll work on A first. The change in Y is 6 minus 12, which is -6. The change in X I'm going to represent as A minus 7. That equals 3/2. I'm going to cross multiply here. This will take a little more work than the last one. You'll have to distribute the 3. -6 times 2 is -12. So here we go. We're going to distribute 3. So we get 3A minus 21. And then add 21 to both sides. 3A equals 9. So A is 3. Let's repeat this process to find letter B. So I'm going to use the 0.712 again. This time I'm going to use it finding B. So the change in Y is 12 minus B. The change in X is 7 minus 15, which is -8. And the result should be 3/2. So when I cross multiply here, I'll get 2 times 12 minus B equals 3 times -8, which is -24. Distribute the 2. 24 minus 2b equals -24. I'll subtract 24 from both sides for -48 and divide by -2. I get 24. To answer the question, what's the value of A plus B? 3 plus 24 equals 27. That's the answer to number 12. Number 13, if a line passes the point 7,1, we can simply take the point 7,1 and make changes to it according to slope. Remember, the -2 is the change in y, so I'm going to put delta y there. So I'm going to change the y coordinate by that number, -2. And then the change in x, delta x, is 3. So I'm going to add 3 to 7. That gives me an ordered pair of 10, -1, because I did 7 plus 3 is 10, and 1 minus 2 is -1. It asks for 2 ordered pairs, so I'm going to go again. I'm going to take the point 10, -1 that I just found and apply the slope again. So I'm going to add 3 to 10 to get 13, and I'm going to subtract 2 again. So that'll give me -3. There is my second point. Those are not the only points, but those could be the next 2 points that you pick. In number 14, when you're given an x-intercept, you can write that as the ordered pair 6, 0, and then the y-intercept you can write as the ordered pair 0, 3. So you could do change in y over change in x on the ordered pair now. So I'm going to do 0 minus 3. So that's 0 minus 3. And then I'm going to do 6 minus 0. So that's -3 over +6, which is -1/2. Number 15, this is the same as 13, where I'm going to find 2 more points using the slope. You just have to remember that a slope of 3 is 3 over 1. So taking the ordered pair 0, -5, the change in y is adding 3. The change in x is adding 1. My new ordered pair is 1, -2. I need another one, so I'm going to take that ordered pair and make the same slope changes. I'm going to add 1, and I'm going to add 3 to the x and y respectively. So I'll get 2, +1. I'll make that positive.